It's fall in New England, and that means it's time for root vegetables and game birds. Follow along with this recipe for a delicious New England treat. Head over to Delavine's and get some blood orange balsamic, our marsala wine, and our wild mushroom and sage olive oil. We're going to use this to finish our birds and our veggies. The marsala is going to be used to deglaze our vegetable pan after we sear them, and the blood orange balsamic is going to be drizzled over top of the birds to blend well with our stuffing mixture. If you don't have access to some wild game, head over to Steadfast Farms. We're going to make this recipe with some whole chucker partridge. This recipe also works great for pheasant or grouse. We're going to get started by putting some sweet Italian sausage in a skillet. We're going to brown that off. While we're browning our sausage, we're going to chop our root vegetables. If you don't have access to these root veggies like I do, head over to Maple Bank. They have an amazing selection. After our sausage has been browned, we're going to remove it from the pan and set it aside in a bowl that we're going to use to blend our stuffing. In the skillet that we browned off the sausage, we're going to add some wild mushroom and sage olive oil to the sausage drippings. After we get the oil in the pan, we're going to add all of our chopped vegetables that we prepped while the sausage was browning. Celery, carrots, purple top turnip, yellow onion, and garlic. These vegetables are all going to get cooked just a little bit in the pan. We want them to start to caramelize and break down because the birds are so small that if you wait for the stuffing to be cooked all the way through, the birds will dry out. After we've added all the vegetables to the pan, we're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. The salt is going to help the vegetables release their juices, which is going to help make a nice gravy for the stuffing. Once the vegetables have broken down, we're going to deglaze with some of the marsala wine. This again is going to make a great juice for the birds. We're going to add our cooked vegetables and all the juices to the browned sausage. And then we're also going to add a couple of pinches of thyme. Thyme is the perfect seasoning to pair with poultry. We're then going to add some hazelnut flour. This is just ground hazelnuts. It'll help the stuffing bind. We're going to use our stuffing mixture to fill each cavity of each bird. And then after each one has been stuffed, we're going to line them up in the pan to get ready for roasting. We're going to drizzle the birds with some of our wild mushroom and sage olive oil. This is going to help the skin get nice and crispy and brown. We're then also going to top dress with our blood orange balsamic. The blood orange pairs perfectly with the carrots and the root vegetables in the stuffing. After we get our glaze on, we're going to then do a little bit more salt and pepper and a little bit of thyme just across the top of the birds. This again is going to tie all the flavors together. We're going to roast these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 35 minutes or until the meat is tender and pulls away from the bird. This is what they look like when they're all done. I recommend serving these with a little bit of a green vegetable such as a broccoli or a spinach salad. Head over to shopdelavines.com for more inspiration and recipes. Happy eating!